What's up, Space Pirates? I am the scallywag captain of the Fandom's Revenge, Dr. Disaster, and today we are going to talk about Bob Iger admitting that his company is failing because of wokeness.
I told you! Yep. I told you!
We've been saying it forever in this corner of the internet, and obviously there are plenty of people who would argue that Bob Iger has admitted to nothing. Those people are full of shit, however. They are blind ideologues who buy into corporate messaging lock, stock, and barrel, all while claiming that they hate the rich and they hate the corporations.
He's full of shit!
Well, in this video, we are going to look at some clips of Bob Iger as he admits that wokeness is killing the company, and he admits that his company is too woke, even as they pump out crap like this, where another classic character is fundamentally changed to fit their company's bullshit social agenda. Mystique, one of the great badasses of the X-Men universe, is apparently now in a lesbian relationship, and they claim to have had a child biologically all on their own.
Dude, I don't get it. I don't get it either.
Yeah, nobody gets it. Nobody gets anything from Disney any longer. But it is interesting that Bob Iger tries to distance himself from wokeness right after his company publicly acknowledges they are struggling financially because of it. As you may remember, in the company's 10K filings just the other day, they literally stated that they as a company are not aligned with the public on social issues. So I don't know what to expect from Bob moving forward besides covering his own ass. I don't know what he will do next, but I do know what to say about everything they've done in the past.
Go f*** yourself. But go f*** yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey Bob, if you're in the audience.
Man, Elon Musk is an absolute champion. I love what he's doing with X and his quest to save free speech. I just love this clip here.
Go f*** yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey Bob, if you're in the audience.
I get so much schadenfreude from watching him say that to Bob Iger. And on that note, if you're not following me on Elon Musk's X platform, please do so. I am at Dr. Disaster 1. I hope to see you there. In any event, let's have a look at what Bob Iger said while he was at that same conference that Elon was at when Elon told him to F himself.
Part of what happened while you were gone from the company was a number of films that were greenlit that people were describing as woke, with, quote, woke characters, a fight with DeSantis. By the time you got back, and I don't know if people saw images of this, there was a morning outside of Disney World where there were folks literally with flags, swastika flags, and DeSantis flags, anti-gay flags, and guns.
Yes.
As families are trying to walk into the park.
Yep.
Hey, how about you actually stop trying to poison the well and you actually engage with the content of what people are criticizing you for, you goddamn corporate con artist. I am struggling to decide which of these two jackanapes I find more disgusting. Bob Iger, for all the obvious reasons, or the little reporter sat there like an obedient puppy, spoon-feeding him questions while characterizing his opposition as literal mid-century Germans.
Go f*** yourself.
I'm so curious what you think has happened and how you, as a company, are supposed to deal with that and what you feel like you can say and can't say, given this remarkably polarized climate we're in right now.
You're talking about our content itself or just positions the company takes on issues?
Both, meaning, do you fight with DeSantis? Do you create LGBT characters?
So complicated. Well, let me start with content and your comment about woke characters. Our primary objective in creating content as a company, say for ABC News, which is obviously to inform, but is to entertain. Whether it's sports, whether it's Disney, whether it's Marvel, make things that entertain people. And the good news is there's a marketplace out there that demands entertainment. It's a fantastic business to be in.
Yes, this is why Disney's fall from grace is so goddamn pathetic. They had everything. These woke dipshits used the good name of the company as a skin suit to try to backdoor wokeness into our culture, but they've lost the advantage of having a good name. They've lost the advantage of owning such recognizable IPs. Many of those IPs, like Star Wars and the MCU, are now shit. And their stock price as a company right now, as of the recording of this video, is $92.47. I have had lots of people argue with me and tell me that the investors of Disney are probably thrilled with the company, and that the only reason prices are down now is because of the coof. Well, read 'em and weep, dingleberries. As you can see in this chart, in December of 2019, well before the coof ever hit, the company was at $147.66. That was back when the economy under Donald Trump was doing really well. This means that since then, they have lost about a third of their value. I will brook no argument on the subject. Disney is hurting. The investors should be very, very pissed, but let's continue.
I think what had happened over a period of time, it was building and building, and maybe I think it reached a peak of some sort while I was gone, is that creators lost sight of what their number one objective needed to be.
That's pretty slippery there, Bob. He's trying to distance himself from wokeness. He's trying to set himself apart. He's trying to say that Bob Chapek is the one who deserves all of the fury that the investors are probably feeling towards the company. But as you will see in just a few seconds, he simultaneously embraces all this social bullshit while trying to say that, oh, he wasn't the one that had anything to do with it. He's a walking contradiction, trying to play both sides.
Go yourself.
I wish he would just admit that they, as a company, are just a greedy-ass corporation that will do or say anything they think will get the public on their side and buying products. Wokeness is just a smokescreen these people use to shield themselves from criticism.
Often when we entertain, and we've entertained as a company over the 100 years we've been in business, we have entertained with values and having a positive impact on the world in many different ways. I'd use Black Panther as a great example of that, just in terms of fostering acceptance, or the movie Coco, which Pixar did about the Day of the Dead. I like being able to do that. Entertain, and if you can infuse it with positive messages and have a good impact on the world, fantastic. But that should not be the objective.
Who do you think you are, Bob? You idiots make cartoons and comic books and shit. Yes, that stuff is important to culture, but you're really just a bunch of entertainers when you drill right down to the bedrock of what you do. World peace does not rest on your weak-ass shoulders. All that you fostered with all this woke shit is division by telling many of us that we don't measure up to your arbitrarily defined standards. When we reject Disney material, we are not rejecting people of different skin colors or lifestyles. We are rejecting you, Bob. You and your preachiness can go to hell.
When I came back, what I have really tried to do is to return to our roots, which is, remember, we have to entertain first. It's not about messages. If you can do, again, if your story can have a positive impact, so there's that. And I've worked hard since I've been back at reminding the creative community, who are our partners, in some cases our employees, that that's the objective. And I don't really want to tolerate the opposite. So there's that. When it comes time to taking positions about issues, I have tried really hard over the years, and I'm not calling them politics, because a lot of them are not politics. Sometimes it's what is right and what is wrong.
Once again, who do you think you are, a-hole? You are not the arbiter of morality, and anyone who thinks differently, anyone who thinks they can decide who is right and who is wrong on a mass scale like he is talking about, people like that suck. There's no other way to say it. People like that suck. They are what make the world such a terrible and divisive place at times. They all sit in the lap of luxury. People like Bob don't know what it's like to live a regular life. They look down their nose at those of us who have different opinions, and they act like they are the morally decent people definitionally. Well, I don't think so, dude. It sounds like people are beginning to boycott Disney Plus. I would ask all of you in my audience to join in, but I'm pretty sure most of us have already been doing that. So let me just finish things off here with another clip from Sir Elon, who sums up everything that I think about companies like Disney these days.
I'm saying what I care about is the reality of goodness, not the perception of it. And what I see all over the place is people who care about looking good while doing evil. F them. Okay?
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty